Hey guys, it's Michael here from AMT Gaming with my third commentary, gameplay commentary, whatever you want to call it. Unlike my other two, I am not sniping in this one. I am in fact using a submachine gun, in case you couldn't see already. I'm using the MP7 with a suppressor and full metal jacket, using the perks hardline, lightweight, toughness, and extreme conditioning. And basically the reason I use that setup is because when you're using a submachine gun, you really want to be able to run fast and continuously to get to the other side of the map, because once you've got to the other side of the map, you can either spawn trap them or you can just beat them to the center of the map, which means at the very beginning of the game you have an edge on them because you're already there and they're coming. So using a submachine gun, I always suggest using either lightweight or extreme conditioning, or both if you can. I had to remove my secondary and the attachments on my secondary, to get them, but if you've seen any of my gameplays, you'll know that I don't run my secondary very often, so it didn't make much of a difference to me. In this gameplay, I go 54 kills and 27 deaths, which isn't, it's pretty good gameplay. I was quite happy with it. Definitely not the best I've done, but unfortunately the best game I've ever played I didn't get recorded, so I guess you just have to put up with that. Now the reason I'm using hardline is, once again, I suggest if you're using your submachine gun, you're gonna want to get a lot of score streaks, so really hardline's amazing. It's gonna reduce your score streak by 20%, so you're easily gonna be able to get those score streaks in. I think, yeah, like that. I've already got lightning strike, and it's only the first 1 minute of the game, first 2 minutes really. And yeah, so the score streaks I'm running is the UAV. That's just so I can find out where the enemy are earlier on in the game. Also, it gets me the extra experience points to go towards my other score streaks when I'm playing. Then I'm running the Guardian. The Guardian is one of my favorite score streaks in the whole game. It's not effective as such, it's just a really nice score streak for getting points if you put it in a really popular area, especially in a game such as Headquarters or even Hardpoint. This is Headquarters, but in Hardpoint or Headquarters, you just pop it over there, especially if you know your team's about to capture it. That way, once you're all dead, if you die, they will have to stand in front of the Guardian while they're trying to capture it back, or they'll have to take the time to destroy the Guardian before they capture it. Therefore, you're getting more points for your team. It gives you an advantage and makes you more likely to win. What else was I going to say? Yeah, so the double XP weekend was really useful. I prestiged within half an hour of playing. I went from level 18 to level 55 in 4 games or something like that. It was hectic. I was leveling up left, right, and center. Most of the games I played were on Nuketown, just so I could spam games and get heaps and heaps of games in and experience points. And I was getting roughly 10 to 20,000 experience points per game, which was why I was leveling up so fast. On the other games I played on different maps such as Drone, I was only getting about 6,000, and that's why I kept playing Nuketown, because I was getting large amounts of experience points in. I was going to say something and I've already forgotten. Oh, the Lightning Strike, that's right, that's what I was talking about. The Lightning Strike is not one of my favourite kill streaks. I don't like it because, that was a good kill there, but most of my Lightning Strike kills are luck. I cannot figure out where I'm supposed to put it, because I still don't understand the delay on it. I usually have a sentry gun or even an orbital VSAT as my final one, but I wanted to just try out the Lightning Strike because I hadn't used it yet, and that was a bit weird. Now, another thing is, if you're using a submachine gun, I highly recommend putting a suppressor on it, even though it means you have to get more hits in order to kill them. I really do suggest putting a silencer on it. It gives you, especially when you're spawn trapping, the enemy doesn't know where you are by looking at your minimap when you're shooting, unless they have a UAV up, which if you're spawn trapping them, the chances are they don't have a UAV up, and if they do, then you're going to die anyway, so don't worry about it. But yes, a suppressor is amazing, but what I do is, because the suppressor makes it difficult to kill people, I put full metal jacket on, or not long barrel, but rapid fire. That way, when you shoot them, you have a higher chance of killing them again. So the suppressor takes your damage down, and then the full metal jacket or your rapid fire takes your damage straight back up again. And of course the rapid fire, I don't recommend using the rapid fire, especially with the suppressor, because you're going to run out of ammo really fast. If you're going to use a rapid fire, don't use a suppressor, use rapid fire and full metal jacket. That way your damage is extremely high, you don't have to waste ammo as much, but then the enemy's going to find you easier, so you don't expect to get high score streaks. So basically what I'm saying is, if you want score streaks, use a silencer. If you just want to go out and die heaps and get lots of experience points, which you do, even if you die you get lots of experience points, you can just use the normal gun with no silencer. That way they can find you easily, but you're going to get lots of experience points anyway. Other than that, there's not many more tips I can give you. Nuketown, if you want to test your sniping skills, try it on Nuketown. I mean, there's a couple of good spots, but they're very hard scopy spots. Like, you just sit in one of the garages and snipe down to the other side. Other than that, really, Nuketown is a submachine gun map. It's not an assault rifle map. It's not a light machine gun. Not a sniper rifle map. It's definitely, because it's such a small map, you just want to run around it nice and quickly and spam in kills. And really, a submachine gun is perfect for that. And this was just after I prestige, so I hadn't really unlocked many things. Luckily, I had unlocked full metal jacket and the suppressor. But the MP7, I think, is the best submachine gun, even though it's the first one you unlock, which is kind of weird, really. It's really good for getting kills, fast to kill, and the suppressor really makes no damage to it. I can't see any recoil on it at all. Like, when I'm playing, I don't notice the recoil. That was a nice little sneaky kill streak there. The other thing I hate is when you get a Guardian, I'm like, okay, I'm going to put the Guardian down, and the next thing you know, you get a couple more points and you get a lightning strike. It's kind of frustrating and just throws me off balance, but, yeah. So, submachine gunning in Nuketown is a good idea, if you take my advice. The other thing is, if you want to spam points, playing games such as Hardpoint and Headquarters is really good, because people are always going to the same spots like as you are. So there's always going to be people where you're going, which is exactly what you want. You want the people to be in one area. You don't want to be them randomly spread out around the map. So especially in Headquarters and Hardpoint, you have to go to these certain points in order to complete the objectives. So if you go to that point, the chances are the enemy is going to make their way there. And I accidentally picked up that gun there. I was supposed to pick up the other submachine gun that was on the floor, but didn't quite work. The other thing is, when there's like a headquarter or a hard point, don't just go running into the room randomly without sort of having a look at what's in there first. The thing with headquarters is, you can see if the enemy is capturing it, it flashes slightly, the white capture thing is flashing, but it could also mean that your team's capturing it. So if it's flashing, just check to make sure it's not the other team before you just go running in, because if you do and you don't realise, they're just going to, like, yeah, own you. Whereas in Hardpoint, it's really easy to tell, because it tells you that the enemy's capturing the hardpoint, or the enemy's got the hardpoint, or whatever, and it's red when the enemy's got it, and green when you've got it. So it's green, you're pretty much safe, and it's red, you're not safe. And really, explosives are a good idea in this map. I would usually run Flak Jacket Pro with my... almost always I'll have Flak Jacket Pro, but in this instance, I really wanted to get lots of kill streaks, and it was Nuketown, so I wanted the lightweight there. So I just took the risk of not having the explosive there, and made sure that if there was a Semtex or a frag that landed next to me, I'd just run as fast as I could in order to get away from it. And that was a really lucky kill there. I got him through the floor. But really, the last thing you want when you've got your suppressor on a submachine gun is to go running and find 3 people in the same spot, because it's going to be really difficult for you to kill them all, unless, like earlier when I had the headquarter locked down, I was lucky enough to kill all 3 of them without running out of ammo. Now, a lot of people have gone say things like, "Oh, the Scorpion is the best submachine gun." In a way, I agree with you because it is an amazing submachine gun. But you run out of ammo after 1 or 2 kills because it only has 20-30 bullets, and the rapid fire on it is so fast that by the time you've got a couple of kills, all your ammo is gone and you have to reload. And unless you have fast mag or fast hands, I'm not sure fast hands is actually, but unless you've got a fast mag on, you're basically screwed because they're going to get you while you're reloading every 10 seconds. And reloading is the most annoying thing ever. The other thing is, in hardpoint and headquarters, if you want to get your lightning strikes and your skill streaks really easy, stay close to the headquarters and kill them while you're there or while they're there. That gets you about 200 points if you're standing in the thing. Whereas just like running around like this and killing them only gets you about 100, which, yeah, you want a lot more. And I was really lucky to survive that then, but yeah. When the headquarters is on and you've captured it, if you're still alive once you've captured it, don't stay right next to it. Sort of move around a bit and like try and sort of hide from the enemy, but don't just let them recapture it because that's not going to get you points. So what you do is, once you've captured it, run out the back of the house. So say it's in the garage where it is now. You capture it, run out the back of the green backyard, wait about 10 seconds, run back in, kill them trying to capture it, run back out again, see if there's anyone else coming around the back way because people are always going to sneak around. There's going to be some people who come in the front way to capture it. There's going to be people who go around the back of the house in order to capture it. And you want to be able to get both of them without dying. Because the idea of headquarters is, once you die, if you've captured the headquarters, you can't respawn until it's been destroyed. So you want to stay alive as long as you possibly can. So things like Guardians are really useful. If you have a lightning strike, save it. I say save it, but I don't always save it. Try and save it until you're the only one remaining, and then especially if the headquarters is outside in that point over behind the truck, and just put the lightning strike directly over that, and the chances are you're going to get them with it. Not always, but the chances are you'll get at least 2 or 3 kills with it because that's what people do. And finally, for the points, spawn trap. Spawn trapping is amazingly easy in headquarters and not so much hardpoint. You can spawn trap in hardpoint, but the spawns do change in hardpoint, whereas in headquarters they often stay the same while the headquarters is out. And the other thing with headquarters is, if you want to spawn trap and the enemy team has captured it, which I don't think they do in this game at all. Sorry about that. If you want to spawn trap, if the enemy's captured it, kill all the enemies first so they don't respawn. Capture it back so that they respawn, but before you capture it, let your team capture it, and you go to the opposite end of the map to where the headquarters is. So when they spawn, you can just pop them off as soon as your team has captured the flag. So I know that doesn't really make sense, but basically what I'm saying is, don't help your team recapture it because they're not going to die. They're not going to die recapturing the headquarters because the chances are the enemy team's all dead and they haven't respawned yet. So while they're capturing it, run to the opposite end of the map and, like, in this case, stand up on the balcony or something, and then wait for them to spawn and pop them off as soon as they spawn and just get the kills in straight away. Sorry about that, guys. My camera decided that it was full of memory, like the memory's full, and it just died and stopped recording, so... But, yeah, it was fairly good timing, actually, because that's the end of the game. But, yeah, basically what it's just saying is, you don't always have to help your team recapture, because they're not going to die unless there's still people in the enemy team left. So, yeah, I went 54 and 27, and I think we won 250 to 20, which, of course, is headquarters, so that's just how it works. And as you can see there, I went up to level 31, and no idea, like, what experience I got in that game, because I didn't hit next, but I think it was about 20,000, or maybe 15,000. But yeah, I've got a couple of other gameplays which I'll be uploading soon, so stay tuned. That's the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Please subscribe, rate, and check out some of the other, and comment, of course, and subscribe to these other channels that I've got in the description at the end of the video. I'm gonna start live streaming to Twitch TV next month once I've moved out of this house and to my next house and I got my new internet. Because at the moment, as it is, my internet's got a 20 gigabyte quota, and my next year's internet will have unlimited, yay, and it'll be high speed. So I'll be able to live stream high definition, which would be awesome. If you guys are interested in watching those live streams, please show your support in the comments, and then I'll know. And yeah, if you could sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. My brain is going slower than my mouth, so yeah. Yeah, if you could subscribe, that would be absolutely amazing. Because I'll be uploading a lot more videos soon. Now that I've finished school anyway, I've got a lot more time on my hands. But yeah, catch you later. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed. Bye.